Relocation through a wife's eyes, war dogs, and the art of surviving insanity. I never imagined I'd have so many uprooted stories to tell, about fleeing war-torn cities, rescuing my beloved dogs from impossible places, or watching how national grief turns into nationalism. And yet here I am, setting down the events that carried my husband away from home, then drove me to follow. These pages capture our journey, from a grandmother's wartime letters hidden in an attic trunk, to modern train rides across Kazakhstan. Some chapters will reflect on the extraordinary lengths I took to keep our dogs safe in transit, while others will face a reality where everyday people are coaxed into nationalist views. At the heart, though, is one truth I keep coming back to. We all long for a place to belong, even when that place can no longer hold us. Part 1. Between intuition and insanity. In Russia today, to call things by their true names is to risk everything: freedom, property, sometimes life itself. Anyone who speaks openly against the war, naming it for what it is, risks persecution. To protect us all, I won't reveal intimate details like exact addresses or certain personal data. Intuition or providence? It was September 2022, 6 months into the invasion of Ukraine. We lived in a major Russian city. Words can't capture the horror of realizing your own country is launching violence against people so similar to you. A week before the government officially announced the mobilization, an inner voice told me to arrange a safe haven for my husband abroad with friends. At the time, I had no clue why I felt so urgent, only a deep sense that something awful was coming. When the mobilization order was announced, chaos consumed everything. People were not just afraid of dying, they dreaded being forced to kill those who might have been friends under different circumstances. I begged my husband to buy a ticket out immediately. It cost just a few $100s that day, but he was paralyzed, uncertain. I still regret not pushing harder. Within hours, the same ticket soared to thousands of dollars. We couldn't afford that. We had just bought and renovated an apartment, launched stable careers, settled into a comfortable routine. Our therapist told us others were fleeing across the border, taking trains, flying however they could. One route was suggested, our city to a border city, then onward, but that train was gone. In desperation, I bought segments of tickets without verifying if the entire path was free. One plane led to one city, a train to another city. Then we discovered that last vital leg had no seats at all. Finally, on a hunch, I booked tickets through yet another city, connecting the dots until my husband had an escape route. I packed him a bag with food, a few clothes, and all our saved money. He traveled for 4 days, 4 sleepless, agonizing days of crossing Russia's vastness and then crossing borders. By the time he arrived safely in another country, our fear had hardened into a kind of iron resolve. We knew we'd done the only thing we could. Before my husband left, I urged a friend to do the same for her fiancé. She said, "He's staying. It's the right thing to do." A chill came over me. Did that mean my husband was wrong for leaving? That killing was considered right, and saving a life was somehow wrong? Those words echoed throughout the 3 years my husband and I spent apart before I could join him. It took me a year of therapy just to talk to some people back home without freezing up. Even though to me it was clear what was evil and what was not, the new reality seemed to make everyone question right and wrong. People divided into 2 groups: those who saw the aggression as a moral crime, and those who insisted it was justified. You had to figure out who was who just to navigate daily life. Meanwhile, my husband tried to do good where he'd ended up. As for my friend's fiancé, the one who did the right thing, he died on the front lines early this year. The funeral was grand, official, complete with medals and ceremonies. In today's Russia, sometimes right means kill or be killed. Schools added conversations about what matters, a subject painting people who've left the country as traitors, allowing families back home to be threatened, their property seized. So to them, a man rebuilding life in a safe haven is a traitor, and a man who died in someone else's war is a hero. I left that world because it felt like a prison. Once truth itself is outlawed, genuine freedom is impossible. In ways I never imagined, our frantic departure stirred distant echoes from generations before. So to understand the present, next time I'll you about the past, one defined by siege, deportation, and unyielding hope.